Hello, my name is Phillip and I am the sales manager here in the Charlotte, North Carolina headquarters for SimCon. I'd like to say thank you for joining our presentation. We look forward to the full event for the Making Vinyl virtual meetings and all the information that we will gain from this. So just excited to be a part of it. One of the things I wanted to start out with was to just show you that with our green vinyl records, we use the color green quite often in our slides and many of our presentations. So with that being said, with the virtual background, we have this disappearing green vinyl record. So we thought that would be funny to kind of start with, set the tone as we go through this presentation. Maybe we won't bore you too much. One of the things we want to point out in our presentation is just to give a shout out to the green vinyl record project that took place in Europe and all of its participation members or sponsors that are a part of that. So just a big shout out to all of those that are listed here in their cooperation with Green Vinyl Records, all that they've done, their time, their effort that they've spent in doing so. So just thank you for that, and certainly proud to be a part of this unique team. Today we're going to go over a few things that are happening with the GVR, or Green Vinyl Project, SimCon stamper making process, the specifications that we're using to kind of ensure those stampers, the testing that we'll be doing along with the VPS testing and playback. Those are just a few of the things that we think really make SimCon stamper making in cooperation with the Green Vinyl Records very unique. Let's first start with kind of an update on where Green Vinyl Records equipment is and what the timeline of that looks like. So at this particular time, their inline printer is the last piece of equipment they're waiting on. It's scheduled to be available for production around the end of January, early February. And with that being said, then could be in full production with their machine for making vinyl around end of February, early March. Now we know that these dates can be skewed a little bit depending on how everything lands with transportation and all. But either way, this is very exciting that this can be happening just in the next 2 or 3 months, and great that everything's going along just well. The inline printers you'll see here in this video, we think is very unique how it works and kind of what it does or allows SimCon and Green Vinyl Records to do. So I'll play this video a couple times so you can kind of see it, but it's basically taking a record and able to print on both sides within 600 and 1200 DPI. And this can happen in 15 to 20 seconds. This really is just a great way of minimizing some of the complex situations that happen with traditional pressing. So we know that with traditional pressing, you have to order a certain amount of labels. You have to usually have over what you expect to make. Sometimes you can end up being short if you have any waste during the production. Sometimes you end up with a lot of overage if everything runs well, or just end up with an added quantity that you didn't need. With the inline printer, which is going to be part of the green vinyl production, it will be fully automated with the vinyl making process to the point to where it'll just flow right into the machine, print on demand, and come off ready to go. One of the other great features about this printer is that we can also add unique serialization or barcoding if necessary for the client's request. That is, very different usually from traditional pressing. So a great feature that we can add, and we think it's something that a lot of customers will want during the pressing or during the making of green vinyl records. So we're also excited to announce that we finally have, in cooperation with Mono Stereo, our first green vinyl record release that'll be available in stores December the 18th. And this will be part of, this will be the Otis Rush release, which again is December the 18th. And in partner with Mono Stereo and Green Vinyl Sound, we're excited to be able to do that, to finally be able to have our product in stores, in the hands of the enthusiasts who we think are really going to be excited about what's going on with this. One of the other things that you will notice is if you are able to get your hands on a green vinyl record, every single record will have the GVR logo or the GVR sound logo, which you see listed here on the slide. So you'll know if you're holding a green vinyl record and when this hits the stores. So the other thing that kind of happens here is why, that we want to answer is why did SimCon get involved with stamper making for vinyl? Well, for us, it was very easy. In cooperation with the Green Vinyl Record Project, we were already making stampers for CD and DVD and recordable stampers. We had the knowledge base to be able to take that information and be able to make a stamper for the Green Vinyl Project that would meet a very tight criteria. So it was an easy move for us. It's taken some time to kind of reformat some of our machines or redesign some of our machines to do so. We're finally there. You'll see here that the criteria to make that stamper is very much like making a stamper for CD and DVD. So it's a very tight thickness tolerance, a very tight thickness variation. A lot of those things that from years past that we knew when we supply a stamper to a CD and DVD replicator, the same types of criteria there. And we think those are very important for green vinyl replication of making vinyl records. But we also think that these criteria or these tolerances can be very helpful for traditional pressing. One of the things that you'll see here in this clip is that in order to ensure that we're not only making a stamper with a certain thickness range, but also that every stamper that we make meets a certain thickness range, but also a very tight thickness variation. So in this case, the stamper from the inside to the outside or outside to inside are very consistent on every single stamper. And this way you're not getting a stamper that may be unknown in terms of, is it thick on the inside, thick on the outside, or thick on the inside and thin on the outside, which would give you quite a different combinations of stamper thickness variations, and then in turn will give you a different variations in pressing on the record. We wanted to make sure that we supply a stamper not only to green vinyl records, but to anyone who might be interested in buying stampers from us in the future that really meets a tight tolerance in thickness and thickness range and variation. In order to do that, we really had to make sure that we could record every single stamper or measure every single stamper. And we were able to do that with this stamper reading device. So this is very important for us. The other thing that we want to make sure that we can try to do for every single client, again, we were set this up traditionally for green vinyl records, but is also the BPS playback. And this allows us to be able to record a stamper prior to pressing, whether it be traditional pressing or for green vinyl records or GVR. We want to be able to measure, to test this stamper, be able to record a file, and then be able to listen and compare that file to the original audio file. You'll see in this next slide here, this short movie, we take the BPS 33, we'll listen to the stamper, and you'll see that we'll be able to create a file, reverse that file to actually be able to listen to it for, whether it be clicks or pops or anything else that might show up on the stamper way before it goes to press. This can really help eliminate bad presses due to the stamper or rejected presses. This can reduce downtime due to waiting on another stamper or another stamper change because that stamper is bad. So those are a lot of great benefits to this. And ultimately our goal is to be able to ensure that every single stamper that we send, whether it be the GVR or our traditional pressing plants, and we're sending what we hope to be the very best stamper we can send before you ever set it up on the press. So we're excited about being able to do that. And there's more information that you'll be able to find on Green Vinyl Records website, which will be listed here in another slide. So excited about what's going on there. So at the end, we just wanted to be able to say that, SimCon has released our stamper making process to the public. Here from our Charlotte location, we want to be able to supply a high quality stamper, low thickness variation, very flat, low stress based on the way we've designed our systems, be able to use the playback, the BPS 33 to help give you some good stampers prior to pressing based on those results, and just to help eliminate some of those variables that take place during the pressing and production due to defective stampers. So at this time, we maybe have just a few minutes left where we can take some questions and answers. Again, thank you for listening to our presentation. Thank you for taking the time to be a part of this Making Vinyl virtual event. If you have any questions, please let us know, whether it be now or reach out to us by email, by this event. You can reach out to us. We have the website listed here for Green Vinyl Records. You can see more information about what's going on there. Thank you, and we look forward to working with you in the near future.